So last week I visited my friends Ricky and Kendall out in Tyler, Texas, and what they're doing out there is this really exciting project where they're building a homestead that's going to have a net positive impact on the environment. By living there, they're actually going to make the environment better. A lot of us, I think, are aiming for having a less negative impact on the environment, right? In other cases, I think maybe we're going for even a neutral effect, where it's like we walk or we bike so that we're not creating or making the world worse. I think what's really exciting about what my friends Ricky and Kendall are doing are they're actively trying to make the soil better, grow more trees, use materials to build their home that come from the land. It's a really cool thing, and actually they have their own YouTube channel about that journey called Not a Habit. You should check it out. I'm gonna link it in the little card thing. You should definitely subscribe. They're a super cool family and they're doing a lot of really interesting things. I got a chance to visit them. I got to bulldoze a tree. I got to hang out with my niece and nephew. They're just a super great family. It helped me kind of clarify what it is that I love about writing, what it is I love about what I'm doing. Ricky's one of my closest friends, but he and I could not be more different in the things that we love to do. First time I met him, I think he was like rebuilding an engine for this car he had had since high school. I used to come over and just hang out in his garage. I wasn't super employed at the time, so I had a lot of free time. So I'd go over and hang out in his garage, and he would always be covered in grease and be working on a car project of some kind. He did something called a diesel swap for his Land Cruiser. That was like his off-road vehicle. He helped me get around my major car issues by teaching me my way around an engine. To tell you the truth, I've never understood why he loves working on machines, because working on machines does nothing but stress me out. I've done some pretty heavy projects for my cars, but they were always out of necessity. It's because I couldn't afford a mechanic, and it's always cheaper to just do things yourself. Yeah, I just never enjoyed it. It always made me, I always cried all the time. I would always work on my car, and like at some point I would get so frustrated, I would be brought to tears, and he'd be like, it's okay, man, it's okay. But it was kind of crazy to go out to his homestead with him and his wife and his 2 kids and see how far they've come. At one point we got there and we were trying to operate the bulldozer, but the bulldozer's battery was out because he had swapped the battery with the bulldozer with the tractor. And then once the tractor was good, we had to move something out of the way, and then we had to swap the battery again. But Ricky, you could tell, was just having so much fun solving these problems. To him, this was as fun as doing a crossword or a word search or making a puzzle is for some people. Machines are like puzzles to him, and he loves working on them. And I don't. I don't understand it. But it was fun to watch him do that because it made me think about something I had read from Mark Manson's book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F***. And one of the things that I walked away from that book really chewing on is the idea that even when you're doing what you love, you're dealing with a certain set of problems. Every new life experience comes with its own set of problems. When we say we would rather have something, what we're really saying, whether we know it or not, is I would rather have that set of problems than this set of problems. That's really all life is, according to Mark Manson's book, is like a trading up of problems. And the best thing you can do is find the problem set that you love fixing, that you love to solve. For me, the problems I love to solve are all writing related. I love to figure out like, oh, what's the right story structure for this sort of thing? How do I really make the reader feel what I'm feeling? How do I entertain? How do I scare? How do I pull emotions out of myself and put it into these strings of words? Those are the problems I love solving. Now, Ricky hates writing, and to him, the idea of me spending 8 hours a day writing marketing copy and then coming home and spending a few more hours writing my fiction would make his eyes bug out. Like, he could not deal with that. Him watching me do that was sort of like me watching him replace an engine. He was just like, how do you do that? How did you just do that? Why is that so easy for you? Why do you enjoy that? And that's really what fulfillment is. And that's really the point, is like you want to choose the problems you love solving. And that's what watching Ricky and Kendall and their kids made me realize, was that they had finally found the set of problems they really love to solve. And it's a beautiful thing to see when you see that someone's discovered what that is. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hit like if you liked it. Please subscribe if you want more videos like this. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. My handle for both platforms is @Rody. If you want to support this channel, please check out my Patreon. It'll be linked in the description below. I offer all my patrons exclusive content, a work in progress look at all my stories as I write them, articles on the creative life, and of course the actual stories that I'm writing and trying to get out there into the world. So if you want to look at what it's like for an unpublished writer to bring their work to a publishable level, check it out. I think you'll really like it. Thanks again for watching. Keep on writing.